Right, a couple of yous told me that the last video you didn't really understand it, partly because I know maybe a bit too dry for you, or maybe I was speaking a bit too fast. But you know, you can always rewind. That's anyway, right, I thought I'd go with something a bit more straightforward this time. So I'll tell you about my ex-girlfriend, right? And she was a very heavy smoker. Aye. So much so that if she was ever giving me a blowjob, I'd have to stop her every couple of minutes and just tap my cock just to knock the ash off the end, you know. Which wasn't very pleasant, you know. I mean, I know they say love hurts and all, but I think that was going a bit too far, you know. Which brings me on to the next one. Oh, girl I was with, you know, the whole love hurts thing. I was quite pleased to find out that she's not into violent sex, as so many of these girls are now. You know, I think it's maybe an empowerment thing, but I just can't stand it. But she's not into that, so that's okay. I think the bullet wound put her off, but never mind that. Anyway, one final piece of advice is don't ever fall in love with a crack whore. Alright? Don't do it. You might think it's a good idea, but generally she'll have daddy issues, and that causes all sorts of problems. You know, like, I mean it's alright in some respects, you know, because if you screw up, you know, no matter how bad you are or how much of an arsehole you are, it'll be alright, because you've been through worse, you know. So you can just crack on and do whatever the hell you like, you know. It's kind of good to sort of make up for all the other times you've been mistreated yourself, you know. Actually, don't do that. That's a horrible thing. But you know, it's become more of a confession, I think, because I was horrible to the girl, you know. But she seemed to love it, you know, as so many of these girls do, which I think is quite bad, really, you know. And she'd look up at me and she'd say, "Oh, you're just like Daddy," as his hands up and fly, you know. And you know, "Oh, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?" And she says, "Ah, you are." And I was like thinking, what if I was? You know, I mean, I had a bit of a crazy childhood, but I mean, that'd just be weird, wouldn't it? You know, why do people do that? Why do people say that? You know, I think we're sick. I think we're sick people, to be honest.